hello, good evening, hello. Goodness gracious me, what a afternoon I've had. I've had a very busy afternoon this afternoon. I'm running really late. Very late getting everything set up. But hello, good evening. It's a Wednesday evening. We're going live across YouTube right now. So hello, good evening. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here on this Wednesday evening live stream. We're going to be live streaming our 10 to 14 dayer. And we're going to do everything that we normally do in a traditional 10 to 14 day video. The only difference is that we're doing it live across YouTube. And we'll get on that in around sort of 30 minutes time or so, I would have thought. So hello, good evening. Thank you everybody for being here on this Wednesday evening on the 15th of March 2023. I don't know, do you? Is it very quiet in my live chat? Can you hear me, everybody? You are still with me in my live chat, aren't you? We are connected, aren't we? What's going on there? So, yeah, I think so. So, you let me know that you can hear me all right in the live chat. Something's gone. There we go. Live chat started moving. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here then on this Wednesday evening. And I would say thank you to our moderators, to Paul James and to James 98 for moderating on the live stream. That'd be absolutely fantastic. All right, everybody. There we go. It wouldn't be a Gav live stream without several costs. Now, if everybody said thank you so much to our moderators, to Paul James and to James United moderating on live stream, that'd be absolutely incredible and fantastic. Paul James, we are with you, Gav. You can hear me. Thank you so much, Paul, for confirming that we're making contact. Gav's making contact, isn't he? Loud and clear. Yes, Gav, everything is fine. Okay, thanks so much. It's just rather quiet tonight in the live chat, isn't it? We'll probably put the Wednesday live streams on the back burner, I would have thought, within the next week or so. So we perhaps do one or two more, and then we'll, put the Wednesday live streams on back burner along with the Friday night live streams, and then that will be the end of live streaming on a Wednesday and a Friday for the time being. We will carry on with the Monday live stream, which, as I told you, on Monday, that's going to shift from Ensemble's Watch to becoming like a hangout video, and we will look at 12 then with that, and it will become a little bit more focused on the long range and whatnot. So all of that's going to be right from the start of April, I suppose. We will even show you a little bit of winter 2023-24 data within the Monday live streams. Only a little bit, just at the start, just a little tease for the first couple of months. And then into the summer, a little bit more will appear. And then, through the summer, a little bit more, until we start doing live stream connected to the winter updates again in September. So it always seems to work out nice, when we do it in that way. So the first sort of little bit of winter teaser data will probably be from Patal Peng, I would have thought, sometime in the middle of April. And then, we'll gradually start adding a little bit more month by month as we go through the spring and the summer. Anyway, thank you so very much, everybody, for being here. We've got 26 concurrent viewers with 8 likes on stream, so if you could give us a thumbs up on this live stream, that would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you so very much, everybody. But then right, so thank you to the moderators, to Paul James and James United. SP might be on a little bit later on. I'm going to start going through the live chat, and we'll see what's going on. And I'll take some questions, shout you out along the way, and it's going to be epic. James United, few hours of snow here before it reverts back to rain. It's very heavily falling right now. Oh, wow. That's exciting, James. How much have you got, my friend? You've got a nice cover on the ground. Yeah, it's going to go back to rain later on, but you might get a covering of snow for a little while. Okay, let's start going through the live chat then. The first person who was Finley Boy. Good evening to Finley. I kept you waiting, Finley, didn't I? I was very, very, very late getting set up today. Thank you so much, Finley, for being here. Right, okay, Lee Stevens, hello to you. Good to Lee. Thank you so much, my friend. Mark, this evening, Gavin. I take it the colder weather will delay Belize coming on the trees, but I don't think. I take it they'll come at some point. Of course, yeah, we will get spring eventually. Everything might be a little bit delayed by a week or two. You know, with this chilly old March that we've had so far. That's right, Mark. Mark also saying, Gavin, I do think that winter forecast did go very well. Thank you so much, my friend. I think it's all right. You know, it wasn't perfect. Winter came out a little bit milder than we anticipated, but we did tweet that in the midway review. But overall, I think we nailed most of the points. You know, I think most of the points, you know, the major moments of the winter, I think we have most of them penciled in. So I'm quite pleased with how it went. Thank you so much, Mark. Have you seen, everybody, the winter forecast verification? I released that earlier on today. So if you haven't seen it, then check it out after the live stream. And it's interesting. It was an interesting winter, very unusual winter, rather strange winter. But I think we did all right with it, you know. So check out the winter review when you've done with this live stream. If you have not yet seen it, thank you so much, Mark. Mark and Gavin, does the season temperatures play a part in how the summer will be? Probably yes, but a little bit less so than is the case in the winter. The drivers, such as the oceans, they don't work in quite the same way in summer as they do in winter. But, yeah, you know, if you've got a warm Atlantic, then you probably favour, like, warmer temperatures through the summer. If you've got quite a cold Atlantic, then you would favour, particularly if you've got, like, westerly winds, like a cooler feel for the summer. Adrian Major, hello to you, my friend. Hi, Gav. Hi, everyone. Pouring with rain here. Not much fun at the Cheltenham Festival. Having a bit of a washout this year at Cheltenham, haven't they? I haven't had time to do like a Cheltenham update. I normally do a couple of videos for the Cheltenham Festival, but this year it's been so manic with the cold weather and everything else, all the other updates that I do, but I've not managed to do a Cheltenham Festival for you, so I'm very sorry to those, you know, that might have been waiting for that. But yeah, they're having a real washout, proper sort of soft going, I think, Adrian, isn't it? Thank you so much, my friend. Hope you're doing okay. Mark Kanish, Gavin, when we get a warm settle spell, is that when the Azores High goes further north? Very often, yes. Not always. Sometimes it could come from a Scandinavian high or a high pressure sinking down from the north into the country and then setting up over to the eastern country. But more often than not, it will be from a ridge from the Azores High. Yeah, that's right, Mark. Sharam, hello Gavin. Do you think we will get a good summer or a cold, wet summer this year? It's too early to say, Sharam. We're only a couple of updates in for our summer update, so it's a little bit early to say, my friend. Watch this space. But for now, I'm gonna keep those cats in the bag for now, Sharam. Finley, I was here before Gavin even finished my message. Thank you so much, my friend. You're always waiting for me, aren't you? I had a lovely birthday, Finley. I know you enjoyed your birthday shout out. Yesterday, 10 to 14 days. Did you have a nice birthday, Finley? I'm sure you did. And what presents did you get? I bet you got something nice. Thank you so much, Finley. Matthew Orchard, hello to you, my friend. Good evening, Gav, and all ready to push the spring-like temperatures on the way. But how long will it last? Definitely unsettled couple of weeks. Now, that's the question, isn't it, Matthew? It's going to get a lot milder for the second half of this week. Temperatures into the mid-teens Celsius, so, you know, it's really quite mild, but there will be further shower, longer spells of rain. And overall, it looks like the March deluge is set to continue, as we say in the title of this 10 to 14 day. Thank you so much, Matthew, for being here. Right, James, and James, how to you, James? Evening, Gav, well done. This winter verification, my friend. I thought you did really well with it. Oh well, he's to another year. Thank you so much, my friend. I think the winter forecast came out reasonably well. I'm quite pleased with how it turned out. Certainly a better effort than last year, so 2021-22. That was a total failure. So, yeah, compared to that, I'm quite pleased with how it came out. And yeah, you know, we'll wait now until we start with winter updates again, which will be coming around before we know it. Of course they will. James telling me that it's sleeting and snowing here right now. Congratulations, my friend. Martin, Gavin, I think at some point down the line we get a winter like 09-10 again. You would have thought so. Yeah, you would have thought so, Mark. Michael McLeod is here. To you, Michael. Thank you so much, my friend, for being here. We've also got Tim here with us as well. Hello to you, Tim. Thank you so much for being on the live stream tonight. Marcus, Gavin, when you said on winter verification, one of those strange ones we see a lot of these days, about mean that every year will be like that even in 50 years from now. Or doesn't it? Goodness gracious me, Mark. I don't know, about 50 years from now, I'll be pushing daisies then. So, I'm not really thinking about 50 years. In 50 years from now, I will be 95 years old. I'm not even going to turn my attention to that. No, but we do get some very strange 500 millibar high anomaly charts these days, particularly so for summer, but sometimes in the winter as well. And I'm not sure what the reason for that is, other than, you know, the changes that are going on within the atmosphere and whatnot. So we shall see what happens. We're at 43 concurrent viewers with 17 likes on stream. Please give us a like on the live stream. Thank you so very much, everybody, for doing that. Nice and chill stream tonight. Sure, Gavin, the only thing about the winter forecast verification was get the timing of the SSW. That's true. Only SSW would have meant cold and snow in winter. They got SSW later. And cold came later into March. That's right, Sherm. Yeah, if we had that SSW like end of December, early January, then we would have had more cold weather in the winter itself. As it happened like mid-February, then cold weather was delayed into March. But at least we got the SSW. We got there in the end, didn't we? The first signs of it, then the GFS started appearing around Christmas. And it took until the middle of February to actually get there. But we did get there, and we did sort of pinpoint that there would likely be an SSW this winter due to that. Well, it started off with a strengthened Siberian high, you know, in the beginning of the winter, which often translates back to an SSW at some point through the winter. So I'm quite pleased. I'm quite pleased with how that came out. There were, I don't think there was all that many forecasters that were predicting there would be an SSW before the winter happened. So we did get that correct. Right, let's go down to the bottom of the live chat. Right, stick your fingers in your ears, everybody. Super chat! Woo, 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 woo! Thank you so much to Graham Doolan. Thank you so much, Graham. That's amazing. Thank you so much for your super chat. Hope you're doing okay, Gav. If you excuse the pun, been feeling under weather lately. Watch your stream always, literally. Thank you so much, my friend. I'm so sorry to hear that you've not been doing too well, not been feeling very well. I hope you feel better soon. And again, I'm so pleased that we're able to make you feel a little bit better, you know, when we're live streaming. The live streams on a Wednesday and Friday will be disappearing for the time being, or they will be by the end of the month anyway, in the start of April, but we'll carry on live streaming on a Monday, so that will be the day for checking in and hanging out and whatnot. So thank you so very much, my friend. That is incredibly kind of you. Thanks so much for your super chat there. Amazing. Oh, wow. I don't know, do you? Thank you so much. Right, Mark, Gavin, you said end of January, that's snowy, I don't know. Gavin, you said end of January. Not that snowy. It wasn't really, but where I'm in the Wirral near Liverpool, North, I think, just wanted to let you know, but it was. Okay, well, that's all right, Mark. Generally, there wasn't that much snow at the end of January. If you got some, then that's fine. Tim, at this point, I don't think there will be a drought in the UK for the next 2 weeks. At least, definitely not. No, we don't have to worry about a drought in the next fortnight. That's true. Right, okay. Hello to James United and to Paul James as well. Hello to both of you. Thanks so much to our moderators moderating on the live stream. Mark, that's true, but we said about a drought in March 2018. And we ended up with one though. That's right, we did. It became very hot, didn't it? I think what Tim is saying that is that we're not going to have a drought in the next 2 weeks. We don't have to worry about drought in the next fortnight. Whether we do like by August, that's another matter. But in the next next couple of weeks, we're not going to worry about a drought, Mark. Matthew, generally it's been a very frosty season here in South Oxfordshire, that we have been lacking the snow events. It's true, we got a lot of frost. Frostiest winter, I think, since like 2010, wasn't it? So, very, very odd winter, but we get so much frost, but still come away milder than average. So when it was cold, it was probably cold, but when it was mild, it was really mild. And, you know, very, very offsetting, contrasting sort of winter. Michael McLeod, heard you, my friend. Thank you so much to Michael for being here. Right, got Joshua Brierley with us as well. Heard you, Joshua. Good evening, my friend. Sharon, hello, Gavin. Could we get an extreme summer this year, be it hot or very cold or wet? Anything is possible. Sharon, never say never with the weather, as I always say. Fort Sheridan, Minecraft. Hello to you, Fort Sheridan. Thank you so much for being here. Right, okay, who else is with us? Let's have a look. Graham Doolan, even Gavin moderators and all. Looks like we could get a push of mild air by Friday. We will, yes. Finley Boy telling me he had a great birthday, bang. So I'm so pleased to hear that, Finley. So pleased to hear him. Let's just have a little sip of Magic Coke. I'm so pleased to hear that you had a lovely birthday, Finley. I hope you enjoyed your birthday shout out, my friend. Stephanie is here. Stephanie Adcock, going to Steph. It's been around that date, Finley. This year it happens to be on the 20th of March. That'll be the equinox then, won't it? That's something I've missed. Billy Boy saying, does astronomical spring start on March 21st? Steppy saying that it's going to be on the 20th of March. It changes due to our orbit, you see. But anything is right from the 20th due to around 21st or even 22nd, can't it? Steph, normally it's the 21st, but not always. Jack Straw, how's you, Jacks? Hi from Northampton. Hello, my friend. Local to me, aren't you? Hello, I'm doing okay. Been a bit miserable today, hasn't it, in the Shires. Don't you like Shay? Yes, last year I think everyone got sidetracked on December 23rd, especially Lol. Right, okay, let's have a look. Neil's here, my good friend Neil Cutler. How to you, Neil? Thank you so much, Neil, for being on the live stream tonight. Even Gavin, everyone, grim old day after early frost continuous light rain. It's been very grim today, hasn't it? More like November than March. But at least we'll be feeling milder soon. We'll be on the mild side of the warm front and whatnot, Neil. Thank you so much, my friend, for being here. We're hovering between 14 and 50 concurrent viewers. If you are enjoying this live stream, then please give us a like on the stream. Thank you so very much, everybody, for doing that. Make sure you drop a comment. Let us know what you think about this and all of our videos and live streams and whatnot. Thank you so very much, everyone, for doing that. Mark Richards, that's you, Mark. Drizzle from mid-morning in South Wales. Hello, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. Neil, what does everyone think of the winter overall? I gave it 7 out of 10. Nice to see a return of proper frost, and although not deep snow, a couple of coverings. It was a better winter, wasn't it, Neil? You know, it wasn't a particularly cold winter, but it had its moments when it was cold. It was properly cold. Plenty of frost, lots of interest. I have fond memories of this winter. I have fond memories of this winter. It's been a good winter for GavsWeatherVids. It's been great for business, you know, and that's always what we want, isn't it? Good for business, good for revenue. It's been a better winter. I'm quite pleased with it. I'm quite pleased that winter forecast came out as well. So yeah, it's been alright. Isaac, sure. I'd give it like a 6 out of 10, probably 6.5, something like that. At GavsWeatherVids from Isaac Shaw, March in like a lion, out like a lamb. We are currently experiencing the lion. Are we going out like a lamb? We shall see, Isaac. I don't think it might say quite unsettled, even to the end, but it might get colder again. in the last week of the month. We will go through the data in a moment, and about 10 minutes when we do our 10 to 14 day live. I've got a feeling it might get colder again in the last week of March, but we shall see, my friend. Certainly looks quite unsettled, I think, right way towards month's end. Right, okay, we've got Bob Cowling here. Hi, Gab. It was windy on Thursday. My boiler's broke, so I have no heating. I'm freezing. Going to get a job in a garden centre. Wow, wow, wow. I hope the job goes okay for you, my friend. I hope you get your boiler fixed soon. I know what that's like. My boiler broke down in January. It's not fun, is it? Well, start of February, but it's not fun when your boiler breaks down. So I hope you get that fixed very soon, and I hope the job goes okay for you. I'm sure it will do, my friend. Neil's looking forward to spring now. I think a lot of people would agree with you. I think a lot of people would agree with you. JL, that's you, JL. Thank you so much, my friend, for being here. We've got Mark Kanish asking me, Gavin, I keep thinking of your first live stream in February 2019 when you said, hello, is anyone there? Please say something if anyone is there. I can't remember it, but I probably blocked it out because I was so bad. I would imagine, Mark, but I got better, didn't I? JL, whole of the UK will get snow this spring, I hope. We've had plenty so far. Am I out of focus? Isaac, is Gab out of focus? Am I out of focus, everyone? Let's have a look. Oh, yes, I am a little bit, aren't I? All right, let's try and see if we can do something with that. There we go. That should be better. I'm sorry about that, everybody. I hadn't realised that I had gone out of focus. Right, okay, we're at 50 concurrent viewers in around sort of 5-10 minutes time. We're going to do some screen catching. We'll bring you our 10 to 14 day, and we're going to do it live. Thank you so very much, everybody, for being here on this Wednesday evening live stream. Amazing. JL, next winter will be freezing. I can feel it. We shall see. I don't know. I've had enough thinking about this winter. I'm ready for a little bit of a break now, JL, before I start thinking about next winter. James Jukebox 2 is here. Hello to you, James Jukebox 2. Hi, Gaz. Started the day with a dusting of snow. Now good old rain. Hope all is well. I'm fine. Thank you, my friend. And congratulations on your dusting of snow if you wanted it. Serving Equinox, yes, at GavsWeatherVids, you can't go wrong by serving Equinoxes on 21st of March, as it is there or thereabouts. That's true. The best of Sweden is here. How to you, TBOS? Thank you so much, my friend, for being here. Adam Blunston, hi everyone, and hi at GavsWeatherVids. I am worried about your spring forecast. What are you worried about? What are you worried about, Adam? It's not going too bad so far. We can predict quite a chilly March, I think. And, you know, we said March, April would be quite grim. We did go for it to be rather drier in the earlier part of winter. We thought, like, April would be wet. So I suppose that's not going to work out. But I think we're not all that far away at the moment. But the tricky part will probably be getting it warmer and drier later, actually. So I think the idea of it's going to be, like, quite cold in the earlier part of the season hasn't been too bad, and I think even into April we might get more cold snaps as well. It does look as though the SSW was a little bit of a game changer, doesn't it? I saw somebody making that in the comments earlier on. I'm not responding to the comments for a little while, but I do read the comments, you know, even if I don't respond to them. I do eventually get round to responding to everybody, but it takes me a little while. But I do see what you're saying every day, and I saw somebody today saying that the SSW looks like it's been a little bit of a game changer after that very dry February and quite dry winter, which we are anticipating in our winter forecast. We anticipate quite a dryish winter. Yeah, it looks as though the SSW has been a little bit of a game changer in changing the overall hemispheric pattern and bringing us much more unsettled weather. We thought the upshot of the SSW would probably be for a rather cold March, but probably relatively dry. Wet tend to be relatively dry, but it turns out going to a cold, wet pattern. But again, overall, I don't think the spring forecast is doing overly badly. Adam. So I'm not that worried about it, my friend. Not at this point. Thank you so much to Adam Weatherfan. Whoa. We got Craig 98 here. Hello to you, Craig. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. Craig's asking Adam why he's worried. Yeah, why are you worried, Adam? Chill, my friend. Right, okay. Neil Cutler, Log Gab, 80s style frost. Yeah, it has been a little bit, but without the 80s slow. That's the only thing. James Young, that's you, my friend. Going to James Young. Thank you so much. To James for being here. Bob Cowling, hi Gal. I'm so excited to be growing. You can't beat a bit of gardening, my friend. You can't beat it. Sharon was telling me about the webcam is blur, but now we've got a sharp pic. Thank you so much. Let's have a look. James Young, I'm going to Centre Parks for my 21st. Oh, lovely. 21 years old, James. You're very, very young, aren't you? Goodness gracious me. Anyway, I've got shirts, ties, shoes, socks, and they're all older than you, James. But anyway, what James said, I'm going to Centre Parks for my 21st, which is 30th of March, during last week of March, so hope it's not too cold or unsettled. Well, it's all indoors though in Centre Parks, isn't it? It's all indoors. I've never been, so I don't really know, but I thought like Centre Parks is all indoors, so climate controlled and that. But you'll have a nice time anyway, James. You'll be on the magic water, I suspect, so you won't notice. You probably won't notice what the weather's doing, I wouldn't have thought. You'll be enjoying yourself too much, I bet, to be that worried about the weather. Adam, I'm a bit worried the forecast could go wrong. Well, any forecast can go wrong, Adam. But it's all just for fun anyway, really. Mark's asked me, Gavin, what happened to the guy who used to do the live streams with? I think you might mean Quantum. Oh, Quantum's still around. Yeah, we just haven't, Quantum's still around. Just haven't got together to live stream for quite a while. But he's still around. He's on Twitter, I think, and he's on the Weather Outlook forum as well. So he's still around. We just haven't got together. For no particular reason, it just hasn't happened. We did have a little bit of a chat back in the summer about possibly doing something when it's 40 degrees, but it was so hot, on that day that I couldn't live stream from the towers then. But I'm sure we'll do something eventually. We're bound to. We're still good friends, so we're bound to do something at some point. JL, Gav, do you know how far away we are from solar minimum? Solar minimum. I think you mean solar maximum, JL. Will be 2023. Will be 2023, 2024, 2023. Solar maximum is likely to be 2025. So yeah, like solar maximum 2025, solar minimum. From before, probably around 2030 for solar minimum, 2030 or 2031. So again, we're not that far away from solar max now. It's certainly proved like the most active phase of the solar cycle. Seppi saying, actually, we cannot say for definite when solar minimum will be until solar maximum is established. Meaning the forecast rate of a decline, but it's approximately 2024, 2025 so far. That's the solar maximum, isn't it? Yeah, so solar minimum should be around 2030. It's probably like 11 years, isn't it? After the 11 year, after the previous solar minimum. So the last solar minimum was 2019, so the next solar minimum should be around 2030-ish. It might be 2031. Right, okay, Craig 98, talking of gardening, has anyone cut their grass yet? Not yet, it's too wet here. Too well. I'm waiting for it. It needs a cut. My grass needs a cut, Craig. But It's too wet to get the lawnmower onto it at the moment. Sam Parker, I'm all good, thank you. Off to Ireland in the morning for St. Patrick's Day. Have a lovely time. Have a lovely time on the Guinness, Sam. I bet you will. Bob Cowling's asking me if I love thunderstorms. I do like a good storm. Yeah, you can't beat a good storm, can you, my friend? Right, okay. Adam wants a really hot summer this year, like last year. We shall see, Adam. James Young, funny Gav. Yeah, you have a nice time, James. Don't worry about the weather. You won't notice it, I suspect. You won't notice it. Right, not by the end of the day, anyway. James Young, a lot of things are indoors, but it's nice to be out in woodlands as well. Thanks, my friends. Oh, right, okay. I've never been, you see. JL's asking next Solar Sunday will be probably Easter Sunday. That's what we've got it penciled in for a while. You know, that's when I'm hoping we'll be able to do it Solar Sunday on Easter Sunday. I think that will work out quite nice. Matthew Orchard's having chili and rice for dinner tonight with loads of garlic. Oh, lovely. You're going to enjoy that, my friend. You'll enjoy that. TBOS, I would love to visit Ireland at Shrine. Is Shrine in the live chat? I haven't seen them. I don't know if Shrine's here, but hello to Shrine. If Shrine's not in the live chat, he'll probably be watching anyway. TBOS, 38 Celsius is the record for swim. We got to 40 degrees last summer. It was very, very intense, wasn't it? Sam Parker, thank you so much. Stick your fingers in your ears, everybody. Shoot ya, shoot ya, shoot ya. Super chat. Woo, 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 woo. Thank you so much, Sam. I'll make sure to have lots of magic water, Gav. Thank you so much, my friend, for your super chat. You'll enjoy your St. Patrick's Day, I'm sure, in Ireland. House it's a Friday as well, doesn't it? There'll be a lot of hungover Irishmen on Saturday morning, I bet, this year. You know, because they're not going to worry about going to work a lot of them the next day, have they? You have a great time, Sam. Thank you so much, my friend. Right, I'm going to do stream catching for you. The very short, we've got 55 concurrent viewers with 29 likes on stream. If you have enjoyed the live stream so far, please can you give us a like. Thank you so much for doing that. We are going to do our 10 to 14 day live imminently. If I've missed anybody in the live chat, then please can you make yourself known to me. If you want a live chat, please give me a thumbs up emoji or a waving emoji, and I'll give you a shout out before we start screen catching in around 2 or 3 minutes time. We are going to be bringing you our 10 to 14 day very soon. Steffi, yes, that goes with me. Sorry, Mr. Stubb. I didn't see everything that was asked. Oops, failed miserably. You want to try my eyesight, Steph? Don't worry about it. My eyesight seems to get worse every month. One of these years, you know, during the year time, I'll be putting up the screen like that. I think trying to see everybody's comments. That's how bad my eyesight's getting. Or I have a magnifying glass or something. Don't worry about it, Steph. You was bang on with your reply. Right, okay. JL, even though I don't feel like the UK, I find UK weather, even though I don't like let's do this again. JL, even though I don't like it in the UK, I find the UK weather fascinating. You know, we have very, very variable weather here a lot of the time, so there's always something going on. JL, Gavin, your opinion, which country in Europe has the most interesting weather? I find the UK most interesting. Yeah, UK definitely one of the more interesting places. Probably areas a little bit further north, so can get it, you know, really cold in the winter, but also very hot in the summer. So I think Germany probably has a very interesting climate. Denmark, probably. You know, those sort of areas, I would have thought. But we are very, very variable. So those areas can get like stuck, I think, with particularly high pressure a lot of the time. But we are very variable weather, although we can find ourselves under protracted spells of high pressure as well, of course. Darren Maroney, that's you. Evening. Oh, looks like we're going into a very mild and wet period. Certainly we're going to have some very mild weather for the second half of this week. I don't know how long that's going to last. We're going to have a look at some data for you very, very shortly. Right, okay. I think we're pretty much there. So, yeah, I think I'll shout out everybody. Doesn't look like anybody else wants to shout out. If I have missed anybody, please make yourself known by giving me a thumbs up or a waving emoji, and I'll give you a shout out. But now I'm going to start bringing you our 10 to 14 day live. So, it's been a lovely live stream so far, nice and chill. But now we are going to bring you our 10 to 14 days. So I'm going to be disappearing, but you will be able to hear me, of course. I won't be on camera, as I wouldn't have the webcam on usually for 10 to 14 days. So for now, I'm going to say bye-bye. There we go. And we're going to turn off the image as well. And let's just have a little sip of Magic Coke. And we're going to start screen catching for you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. We're screen capturing on this Monday evening live stream. Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much, everybody. We've got 55 concurrent. We've got 30 likes on the live stream. So if you could give us a like, that'd be absolutely amazing. Mark Kanish, I've got an eye appointment end of April, Gavin. My eyesight fine at the moment, but I bet I'll start going over the next few years. Now I'm in my 40s. Although my granddad didn't need any for reading age 90. You never know. You never know, Mark, but generally your eyesight does deteriorate as you get older. But you never know. You never know, my friend. Hopefully you won't need any glasses. But I've got absolutely terrible. I said Monday. Right, it's not Monday, right. No, it's Wednesday, isn't it? Okay, great. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, it's been a long winter. It's been a long winter. I'm ready to have a little bit of a rest, I have to say. I'm ready to have a little bit of a rest. What was I saying to Mark? Yeah, so my eyesight's really, really bad, but that's because I had shingles and it did a lot of damage to my eyes. I had shingles in my eyes in 2013, and it's left me with a long-term issue. So I don't know what I'll be like in sort of 20, 30 years time. I try not to think about it too much, but yeah, you know, my eyes are getting worse, and that is because of the shingles. But hopefully you'll be all right with your eyesight. Right, we're going to bring our 10 to 14 day now. Everyone, lovely live. Thank you so much. Right, so I'm going to start off with the central in temperature. The CT is currently sitting at 4.4, which is 1.3 degrees below average. That is provisional to yesterday, to the 14th of March. That will start to rise quite quickly now. So that's get into the 5s, I would have thought, by the weekend. These are the GFS upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks on Heswall today. Suggested location by lovely Mark Ganesh. So the red line is a 30-year upper air temperature average for Heswall. We're starting off still below average at the moment, and we're going to be going above average with those upper air temperatures in the next few days. We are in for quite a pronounced period of milder weather there, but it's opened up through the third week of March. We do see a cooling trend as we go into the final week of March, though There is a lot of scatter within that, so we've got the colder ensemble members down here, we've got the milder ensemble members up there. So, you know, we might get some more chilly weather or colder weather into the final week of March. It's a little bit uncertain to be able to say at the moment, given the scatter within the ensembles. But we can say that, like in the next week anyway, looks relatively mild. And also quite wet as well, as we say in the title of this video. The deluge goes on, so pretty much from start to finish, we've got plenty of precipitation spikes coming through there. That is the 6Z set. Let's see how the 12Z set is looking. And again, you can see the same idea for heads wall for the 12Z set. So for next week, looking pretty mild. The final week of March potentially going colder. If we go colder in the final week of the month, I reckon that will probably be enough to see us into a colder than average month, I would have thought. But we'll have to wait and see about that. Probably a bit of an upgrade, actually, within the GFS ensemble, in the GFS for colder weather in the last week of the month. I think there's more ensemble members there, but are going colder in the final week of the month compared to the 6Z set. So, you know, you definitely wouldn't rule out the chance of some colder weather coming up in the final week of March. Precipitation-wise, again, quite a few precipitation spikes, so it looks regularly, reliably wet, pretty much from start to finish. Not well on every day, but will be some dry interludes, but overall, that looks pretty unsettled. How is Snow Row looking? Heads wall, well, definitely not much snow for the next week to 10 days. But I've got some spikes here as we go into the last week of March, as you expect, given the cooling trend that we saw there within the upper air temperatures. Temperature anomalies on the 15th, 23rd of March, looking milder than average. And precipitation anomalies on the 15th to 23rd of March, they are looking average to wetter than north, particularly wet for more northern and western regions. The latest wind from urbanobscure.net shows that we're beginning to pull up some southwesterly winds. If we drag the map up, you can see that the air is starting to originate from quite a long way south now, actually, from like the Azores and maybe even the Canary Islands and Madeira. So, long flex southwest, that's going to be boosting the temperatures. It will be feeling very spring-like tomorrow, Friday and Saturday, especially so for Ireland, England and Wales. Right, let's start going through the chart data then. So let's have a look at the UK Met Euro run. First of all, let's do right, so here we go, enable the hover. So this is the 12Z UK Met Euro run for Saturday, under a trough there, and got a low pushing into the north. So that low brings some rain into the north, meanwhile further south, could be some heavy showers. It will be very mild in the south on Saturday, a little bit cooler further north. Now we go through into Sunday. We're under a transient ridge ahead of the next low. So Sunday will be a drier day, but could be a little bit cooler. And then low pressure back in from off the Atlantic through next week, looking very unsettled. Again, just further spells of rain, really right way up to the middle of next week. Looks really quite wet. Winds are from west-southwest, so no problems with the temperature there. Relatively mild, but bouts of rain and wind to come there. Right, that's that one done. Let's have a look at Icon. Icon looks like that again, under a trough on Saturday, bringing rain into the north with showers further south. And then we go into next week, keeping low pressure in control of weather. Cold air is trying to get back into the north. Here with Icon, so that's a setup by this time next week. We've definitely got the cold air back into Scotland again. Meanwhile, further south, temperatures near normal to rather mild still. Will that cold air come southwards if the low pressure moves eastwards? If we take that low away to the east, we'll probably open the door again to those colder northerly or northeast winds, which I assume is what a lot of the GFS members are probably doing here. But certainly cold, you know, through the last week of the month. Right, GFS 12Z. Looks like that. Again, we've got a trough on Saturday. Might be some rumbles of thunder, by the way, through Friday and Saturday with some of these showers. So most of you that are convective fans, look out for Friday and Saturday. There might be thunder, maybe a few flashes of lightning, some hail mixed in with some of those showers. They do look quite beefy, for England and Wales in particular, on Friday and Saturday. Sunday looks like that, so it's a little transient ridge, but only ahead of the next low. That low coming in on Monday and Tuesday, bringing further wet and windy weather through the middle part of next week. Then we look very unsettled through the middle part of next week and, into the second half of the week. Deep low pressure brings spells of rain and quite cool weather as well, especially so for more northern areas. Again, colder areas digging back in to the north. Meanwhile, further south, we remain just that little bit milder, but eventually, after day 10, North might start bringing that colder northerly air string back southwards again, until the very end of March, when we bring some high pressure from the south, and that looks like proper spring-like weather. There, the high pressure reaching up from the southwest. The GM looks like that. Once more, low pressure is through the country on Saturday. We're under a trough of low there with showers, if not longer spells of rain. And then we go more unsettled. We have a slightly more settled day on Sunday, and a little transient ridge. That doesn't last long. We're back into low pressure again through Monday, Tuesday. Looking really unsettled with this area of low by the middle of next week. Plenty of bouts of rain then. And that looks like it's starting to turn things colder by day 10, 25th of March, as that low pressure is starting to transfer eastwards. We begin to pull wind back in from the north and from the northeast as well. So becoming colder by days 9 and 10 with the GEM. The ECM hasn't updated yet. We will have a look at that as the final thing we look at in this video in around 10 minutes time. This live stream will be a video shortly. Of course, when we start streaming, we'll have a look at that as the final thing we look at in this live stream / video. But for now, we'll just look at the midnight ECM run. Again, on Saturday, we're under a trough of low pressure. That's bringing showers or longer spells of rain on Saturday. Sunday and through into Monday, more low pressure starts coming through from off the Atlantic, so more wet weather coming through them. That's Tuesday, so again, looking very unsettled, low pressure one shooting into child, colder into Scotland as well, colder air into Scotland. Middle of next week, more low pressures punching through the country, and all the way up to day 10, really, the ECM stays unsettled. And there is a hint there, but by day 10, we might start bringing some colder air back into the north as that low pressure begins to clear away to the east. So, certainly very mixed. There's going to be plenty more rain to come. No problems with temperatures really away from Scotland until around day 10. And just a bit of a hint by day 10 that things might start going a little bit colder again. How are we doing over on YouTube? So we're up to 66 concurrent viewers with 33 like summer stream. Thank you so very much, everybody, for giving us a like on this live stream. And have not yet liked it, then please could you do so? Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Darren Maroney, great winter notification, Gav. Thank you so much, my friend. I think we did all right, didn't we, with our winter forecast this year. Professor Sweden at GavsWeatherVids, how do you rate this winter on a scale of 0 to 10? For me, it'll be like 6.5, I think. So it's certainly a lot better than many of the winters we've had recently. Not great for snow, good for frost, and just very interesting winter, really. Possibly even like a 7 out of 10, actually, for the Lyceum being Coca-Cola, I hope. Definitely, Lee. Yes, definitely. It means Coca-Cola, of course. Yeah, so probably like 6, 7 out of 10, something like that. Right, you're actually having a good time. Over on YouTube. Steffi, at GavsWeatherVids, you just made my daughter chuckle with the way you say free. That's become one of Gav's catchphrases now, hasn't it? I've got quite a few, and that's become one of them. Thanks, Steph. I hope I gave your daughter a little bit of a laugh there. Right, you're still having a lovely time over on YouTube. So we shall persevere with our 10 to 14 day. Christopher Rutherford could be a tease of winter. I'm not going there. Not again. I got myself into enough trouble over that before. Steffi. No, Andy Howard. My favourite warm, not humid Finley boy clearline's perfect. Had Lanzarote 80 degrees, but it felt cool. Okay, lovely. Right, we're going to carry on by 10 to 14 days over then. So, busy with precipitation type forecast based on that ECM run we just looked at from Timeout.com. Again, we will come back to ECM trials then at the end of the live stream. So, current situation, of course, plenty of rain coming off the Atlantic, so that tends to slow up in the north. There will be further bouts of rain to come. Heavy showers will be showers as we get through to Friday. Again, could be some thunder in some of these showers. So, convective fans for Ireland, England and Wales, you know, could be some heavy downpours there. Some rubbles of thunder. Meanwhile, further north, more persistent rain probable across parts of Scotland. Saturday also looking very showery with more heavy showers, especially this time through northern England and North Wales. More persistent rain further north. So quieter day then on Sunday, but more rain getting in from the Atlantic. And then through next week, you'll just see plenty of showers, if not longer spells of rain pushing through. And by mid next week, going colder again, but more snow across southern Scotland, Northern Ireland and Northern England on the northern side of that particular area of low pressure. Right way up to day 10, really it's a case of showers, longer spells of rain, and as it starts getting a little bit colder by day 10, to those showers begin to turn wintry, perhaps even down into parts of Wales again. These are the options on the table within the ECM ensembles today for day 10 from the Icelandic Met Office. Gets us to the 25th of March. 27 members of the ECM ensembles have blocking around Greenland and a trough of low pressure across the north and the west of Europe. They look generally unsettled and you would have thought quite cool as well, especially into Scotland where cold air could be starting to dig back in again. And then 24 members of the ECM ensembles with low pressure to our west and southwest, and higher pressure up towards Greenland. Now that's still unsettled, but slightly milder, with winds coming up from a southerly southwesterly direction. But even that could start to bring some cooler air into the northwest. That does include patrol and the operational run. In 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got, and there are lots of them. This gets us to the 30th of March. 16 members of the ECM ensembles again have a large area of high pressure around Greenland on the Canadian side. Greenland low pressure is underneath it coming in from off the Atlantic. So again, that looks relatively mild, but going to be unsettled. 11 with a mid-Atlantic ridge going up to Greenland. Trough of low pressure to our south and east. Winds in from northeast. This is James' birthday, isn't it? James Young. James. If you're still with us, these are the options on the table within the ECM ensembles for your 21st birthday, my friend. So 16 members of the ECM ensembles here looking unsettled but relatively mild. 11 looking unsettled and cold with winds in from a north-northeast direction. 10 with high pressure over France, reaching out into the Atlantic. Low pressure up towards Scandinavia. Winds coming in from northwest direction. That's a drier scenario, but probably a little bit on the cool side. 9 just here. Again, we're blocking around the Canadian side of Greenland. Low pressure is underneath it to the south. Back we bring cold air into the northern half of the country. Could still be quite mild in the south. Of course, there would be like a convergence area there, but might still produce a little bit of wintry weather. And then 5 with high pressure to the north of Scotland, heading towards Scandinavia. Low pressure is over France. The winds will be coming in from the east with that. Probably quite chilly, but dry with that one. CFSV2 weeklies. These are 500 millibar high tides breaking down into weekly periods. The first weekly period will take us from the 15th to 21st of March. The coming week we'll have low pressure to our north and west, so unsettled but milder, with winds coming in from a west or a southwesterly direction. Week 2 will be the 22nd, 28th of March. Low pressure will be out in the Atlantic. High pressure from Spain ridging into the continent. That's turning a little bit drier in south-southeast and should be quite mild too, with winds coming from a southwesterly direction. Week 3 is going to be the 29th of March to the 4th of April. High pressure then is to our west and southwest. Around that, we may be pulling in a rather cooler northwesterly flow, but it should be more settled with high pressure in control. And then week 4 is the 5th to the 11th of April. High pressure down to our southwest, bringing in the wind from off the Atlantic. Again, could be a little bit on the cool side. Winds coming in from a northwesterly direction. But overall, not too bad, and it should be reasonably dry with that, not looking overly alarming, let's put it that way, from a cold perspective. Well, let's just go back and have a look at the ECM 12Z, hopefully be fully out. Yes, it is. So this is the end of our live stream, everybody. We just have a look at ECM 12Z, and then we've done an amazing live stream. Thank you so very much, everybody. It's been absolutely wonderful. Right, so ECM 12Z, we start under a trough of low pressure on Saturday, bringing showers or long spells of rain, with some thunder mixed in, a little bit of transient bump of high pressure there. Certainly gives us a quiet day ahead of the next low, bringing more wet weather in from off the Atlantic. Monday, we're back into wet and windy weather, and unsettled weather continues through to middle next week. This area of low brings lots of wet and windy weather in from off the Atlantic then. We keep that low pressure in control right way up to day 10. By days 9 and 10, the ECM is starting to send that low pressure southwards, potentially starting to bring some colder air back into the north. I suspect by day 10, that is going to be turning colder from the north. Yes, down comes the -5 Celsius isotherm. We will then have to see what happens beyond that. We have got more lows in the Atlantic, so milder air is waiting in the winds again. Come up from the southwest with colder air coming down from the north. So where these lows go would determine whether we have cold weather in the final week of the month or whether we turn milder. But the ECM is turning things colder, especially in the northern half of the country, by day 10. And we're done. Thank you so very much, everybody, for doing that. Richard is here. My good friend Richard Straw. Week 3! Thank you so much, Rich, for being here. Rich is in Wallsend. Mrs. P used to have lots and lots of stories about Wallsend that I won't go into tonight. But if she was still here, she'd be saying, "Oh, Wallsend," and she'd be reminiscing about when she got lost and landed up in Wallsend. Thanks so much, Rich. Right, I'll just have a little sip of magic coke and then I'll get things wrapped up. Gareth Ross, UK, doing what the Met Office want today. Thank you. I don't know, the Met are great at what they do, but thank you so much, Gareth. Pokemon Elliot, hello to you, my friend. We're getting things wrapped up now, Pokemon, but thank you very much. Richard saying it's a damp, moist climax. It was a little bit. Richard popped in from Wallsend, working away from home. You are, Rich, in Wallsend. JL, Gav, what do you make of the SST anomalies at the moment? Can we give any hints about the future weather? I don't know, I've not had a look at them for a little while actually, but we will be doing the next Sunday roundup, maybe like a week on Sunday, I think, is where the next Sunday roundup is penciled in for, so we'll have a look then. Right, okay, I just want to say thanks so much to our moderators. Thank you so much to our lovely moderators on the live stream. So much to James and IJ and to Paul James for moderating. Let me just shout out our super chatters. So thank you so much for kindness and generosity to Graham Doolan, and thank you so much for your kindness and generosity to Sam Parker. Thanks so much to Sam and also to Graham. I've got to say thank you so much to Trevor Hall, who gave 5 YouTube channel membership gifts away on Monday's live stream. I forgot to shout out Trevor at the end of that stream. So thank you so much to Trevor Horn for those 5 YouTube channel membership gifts for last Monday's live stream, or for Monday's live stream. Right, so we're at the end of the live stream now. Thank you so very much, everybody. We'll be live streaming again on Friday. That'll be the penultimate. Goodness gracious me. Wow. That'll be the penultimate live stream that will be coming up on Friday night. Live stream will be coming up on Friday. So we'll have a bit of a laugh for the penultimate time. For the time being on Friday. Just tomorrow, have a 6 a.m. upload. We will have the European Outlook, and there'll be a 10 to 14 day as well. And yeah, keep checking back to the channel for more content and more live streams, more videos, more uploads, and more streams and whatnot. And thanks so very much, everybody, for doing that. Have a lovely rest of your Wednesday evening. I'm off to have a little bit of dinner with my brother and his lovely wife Sarah, so I shall see you a little bit in a few minutes. David, Sarah, get dinner on, and have a lovely Wednesday evening, and we'll see you again very soon, either with our videos or with our next live stream on Friday. But for this live stream, that is all for now, and thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening, and bye for now.